Hello and welcome back to Off Grid Style. This is Nikki, and in today's video I'm going to talk with you about water bath canning and how exactly you do that. So let's get started and find out. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you. Canning is a method of food preservation that has been around for a long time. It allows us to enjoy the flavors of ripe fruits, vegetables, and even pickled items long after their growing seasons have passed. The easiest canning method for both beginners and those who have already done canning in the past is the water bath canning technique. In this video, we're going to cover how to use a water bath to can, the types of foods that are suitable for this method because not all foods are, and some important safety considerations. Let's start with an overview of what water bath canning is. Water bath canning is primarily used for food that has a high acid level, those with a pH level below 4.6. Water bath canning involves submerging sealed jars of food in boiling water for a specific amount of time. The heat from the boiling water effectively kills any spoilage microorganisms and also creates a vacuum seal that prevents the growth of new bacteria and mold. Let's look at the few pieces of equipment that you will need to perform water bath canning yourself. You definitely want to use glass canning jars in various sizes depending on what you are water bath canning. Use new or gently used canning lids and bands to create a secure seal. By gently used, I mean that you've just used them to store items. You have not ever used them to can before. A canning pot with a canning rack helps keep jars from direct contact with the bottom of the pot. You will also want to invest in essential canning tools like a jar lifter, a funnel, and a bubble remover. You can often find these packaged together for sale. You definitely also want to use fresh, high-quality ingredients for canning, whether it's fruits, veggies, or pickles. So what are the steps for water bath canning? Well, let's find out. First, you're going to want to wash your jars, your lids, and your bands in hot, soapy water. Be sure to rinse all of these items thoroughly to get any soap off of your jars prior to using them. Inspect your canning ingredients thoroughly and then trim, peel, and chop your fruits and vegetables as needed. Be sure to follow your chosen canning recipe for specific instructions. You're going to want to place your jars in simmering water to sterilize them. Heat your lids according to the manufacturer's instructions. While those lids are simmering, you will use a funnel to pack the prepared food into hot, sterilized jars, leaving the recommended headspace as per your recipe. You're going to want to remove any air bubbles. You can do this by inserting a bubble remover or a non-metallic spatula into the jar and releasing any trapped air bubbles. Once you have filled your jars with whatever ingredients you're wanting to can, be sure to clean the jar rims with a damp cloth to ensure a proper seal and to also check for any chips. Take the sterilized lid from the simmering water that it has been sitting in, place it on the jar, and secure it with the band, ensuring that they are fingertip tight. You are going to want to fill your canning pot with enough water to cover the jars by at least 1 inch. Place your jars on the rack and lower them into the simmering water. Bring the water to a rolling boil and start the timer as specified in your recipe. Typically, it is about 10 minutes. There are many places to find these handy charts. Processing times can vary depending on the type of food and the jar size. After processing, remove the jars from the water bath and let them cool on a clean towel. You will hear a satisfying pop as the jars seal. You will also notice a bump in the middle of each of the jar lids. Be sure to label each sealed jar with its contents and the date it was made. Store in a cool, dark, and dry place. Now, let's discuss suitable foods for water bath canning. Water bath canning is best suited for high-acid foods due to its ability to kill bacteria and molds effectively. Suitable foods include fruits, including berries, peaches, applesauce, and fruit preserves. Also, don't forget fruit-based products like jams, jellies, and fruit pie fillings. Pickled vegetables like cucumbers, beets, and carrots in a vinegar brine are great for canning in water baths. You can also water bath can tomato sauces and salsa with added acid like lemon juice or citric acid. And how about incompatible foods that you wouldn't want to water bath can? Low-acid foods should not be processed with water bath canning alone because they pose a risk of botulism, a rare but serious foodborne illness. These foods include low-acid vegetables like green beans, carrots, and peas are not good for water bath canning. Any type of meat like chicken, beef, and pork. For the types of items I've just told you about, a pressure canner is required to ensure safe processing. Now let's discuss what safety precautions we need to take for water bath canning. Be sure to use scientifically tested and approved canning recipes. I highly suggest that you buy a cookbook on water bath canning. Always make sure the acid level in your high acid foods is adequate by following recipes closely or adding recommended citric acid or lemon juice. Before consuming canned goods, always check the seals for signs of spoilage, such as bulging lids, leaking jars, or off-putting odors. You'll want to store your canned goods in a cool, dark, and dry place, away from direct sunlight and temperature extremes. So why water bath can? It is a valuable skill for preserving flavors and nutrition of seasonal fruits, vegetables, and pickled items. Please remember to use approved recipes, prioritize high-acid foods for this method of canning, and take precautions to ensure the safety and quality of your home canned foods. By learning water bath canning, you can enjoy the taste of your garden's harvest all year round while reducing food waste and maintaining a sustainable and self-reliant lifestyle. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure, if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, to put those into the comment section. I will happily answer any questions you have about water bath canning. Please like, subscribe, comment, say hello, tell me you like the video, things that you do when you water bath can. I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.